Hi everyone. So due to repeated requests from many of our participants, we are making this video on step-by-step installation, step-by-step process of downloading and installation of the softwares, okay, the required softwares. These are the main software that we are going to use on day one of the molecular docking workshop, right? So AutoDock tools, it bundles under MGL tools. Okay, so yeah, so we'll be downloading MGL tools and then we'll show you the process of installation. Again, AutoDock 4, Open Babel, ChimeraX, these are very straightforward process, but yeah, we have problem regarding MGL tools. Okay, so many of you have uh, complained that MGL tools, when you try to install it, is showing problems, right? Even if you are able to install it, it's not launching properly or it crashes frequently, right? So yeah, we'll see uh, before we show you the installation process, we'll see why is that and why AutoDock tool is still important even though we have many issues. Okay, so I'll just show you why is that and what is the why AutoDock tool is still important for docking. Okay, so you can see that AutoDock tools is a very old software, okay, and it's no longer actively maintained or updated. So most of the modern uh, systems, okay, modern processors, they like this Apple Silicon M1, M2, M3, then processors from Ryzen or AMD Ryzen or this ARM based system, they are not compatible with all MGL tools or AutoDock tool. Okay, as I mentioned before, uh, AutoDock tool uses a very old architecture. Okay, so it is designed for the 32-bit architecture and it is built around Python 2, which most of the modern systems like Mac or Linux, they are built on 64 bits and they are I mean they have left Python 2 and they are built around Python 3. Okay, so yeah, obviously MGL tool is incompatible with them, so you can just leave. Okay, you don't go for any solution, you can just leave if you have this uh, I mean as your system. Okay, it won't work. So again, the same thing what we have mentioned here. So if you have a Mac system with Apple Silicon, and you know, again, MGL tools are compiled for Intel 86 processor. So Apple's newer versions or chips are built on ARM 64 architecture. So they are not compatible at all. And you'll have many graphical issues because there will be this missing dependencies. Okay, it won't work. So you can try out Apple emulator using Rosetta 2 and all, but yeah, they seldom work. Okay, so you can just leave these systems uh, if you have and try with a compatible system. Okay, again, even though this Ryzen based processor, they are uh, 86 x86 architecture compatible, but you still have problem. Okay, so many of the time we see that it's not stable when you launch and it crashes. Okay, yeah, this is because the Python interpreters, they are not compatible. Okay, so yeah, um, again, be very careful because even with the Windows operating system, if you have Ryzen or AMD based processor, which is not Intel, uh, then there is an issue, and it won't be stable, and it will keep on crashing. So better avoid this particular system also. And you see that there is this uh, processor or the system that supports the ARM. Okay, so MGL tool has not been ported for the ARM based systems like Raspberry Pi or the Chromebook. Okay, or you have this Android based operating systems. Okay, so it won't work on them. So you can also just avoid these systems. Okay, so what is our recommendation, right? Sorry. I'll, so we will suggest you that you should stick to Windows system with Intel processor. Okay, so that's where MGL tools works best. No crashes. It crashes sometimes, but yeah, it will work again when you restart it. No compatibility issues, and everything runs as expected. Fine. Now I know some of you might be wondering why we are still using MGL tool when it's clearly outdated, right? So that's a very valid question, but there's the thing, okay? MGL tool is still, sorry, yeah, MGL tool is still the gold standard, yeah, for learning and also for publication and for using AutoDock 4, right? Firstly, you see, it gives you a complete control over the docking process or docking parameters. Okay, so if you want customization, you can select the algorithm that you want to use for the docking. So you can change the parameters inside the algorithm. Okay, number of population size or number of evaluations, grid settings, and sometimes also you can do flexible residue docking. Okay, so you can customize uh, fully. Okay, and you see this MGL tool is the official graphical user interface for AutoDock 4. Okay, it is the only officially supported interface developed along with AutoDock 4 by the Script Research Institute team. Okay, so most of the publication for docking uh, based on AutoDock 4 still relies on the this toolkit. So for example, if you want to study how the docking protocol they have followed in a particular publication, the chances are that if you are looking for AutoDock 4, must be using, or they may be using AutoDock tools. Okay, so understanding the process in AutoDock tool is very much important, okay, for your academic study also. Again, from the perspective of learning, right, um, for the beginners and all, you can see the process from from starting, like ligand preparation or receptor preparation. You can visualize it. Okay, so for grid generation also, how you can generate a grid, you can clearly visualize it. Okay, so it gives you a very clear conceptual visualization of the docking process, which is very important before you go for the command line or for the automation later on. Okay, so visual uh, foundation, okay, or conceptual foundation, uh, you can clearly see using AutoDock tools, so that later on if you want to go for command line or automation, once you understand the visual concepts, then you can go for further advanced kind of process, right? And lastly, you see thousands of papers or peer-reviewed studies have used MGL tool. So learning it, or the process of molecular docking using AutoDock tools, ensures that your method aligns with the accepted scientific practices. Okay, we're not just saying this. Okay, if you see the publication here, so this is from a paper. This is the journal. Okay, it's published in 2021, and if you can see from 2015 to 2020, most of the published literature using docking, okay, it was mainly done by AutoDock. Okay, using AutoDock. Okay, see, even though, yeah, AutoDock tools, it is, I mean, yeah, it's all and now not compatible with most of the modern system, but still it is very relevant and it is very important. Okay, so we suggest you to go for a system which is compatible with AutoDock tools. So the most recommended system is the Windows system with Intel based processor. All right, we will now go for the installation step. So let's download MGL tools. So these are the link that we have shared in WhatsApp group. Okay, so you can just copy this link for MGL tool, paste it in your web browser. So we'll be talking about Windows based MGL tool software. Okay, so you just have to go and click this link. So it started downloading. I think I've already downloaded previously. Anyway, let it download. Yeah, the downloading is done. Okay, let me go to the download folder. You just have to do a double click here and press the next button. Go for accept. Next. It's better to keep the default path. Okay, so don't change the path where you are going to install it. So click next and it's installing. Let it install. So yeah, installation is completed. You can just click OK here. You can launch later. So it will create a desktop shortcut. Create a quick launch shortcut also. So you can just click finish here. So you can see a new shortcut here. So this is the one that you will be launching. Okay, you can just to see if it is properly installed, you can just do a double click here, and yeah, so this is the interface of AutoDock tools. All right, so AutoDock tool installation is completed. Let's go for the next tool. The next tool is AutoDock 4. Let me just copy the path. Okay. Then paste here in the browser. So for Windows, this is the one. You just click here and it started downloading, right? So just click open the folder, do a double click here, keep the same default path for installation. click the install button. It's done. Okay. So for this AutoDock 4, you won't find any shortcut. Okay, so this is not a graphical user interface. So don't go for looking the interface for AutoDock 4. So AutoDock tool is the graphical user interface to process the receptor ligand, and so many steps are there. So all the steps you have to do in AutoDock tools. And this AutoDock 4, it is for the final docking where the main docking tool. So in this you have a .exe file. So I'll be showing you where the .exe files are. So if you go to C drive where it was installed, and you can see this Script Research Institute. Okay, go to C drive, program files, where it will be installing in 86, right? And then you can go to this folder, and again AutoDock and the version, and these are the two files you will be using to do the final docking. Okay, so yeah, this is what you will get, or you will be finding after installing AutoDock 4. Okay, so let's go for the third software. Okay, this is Open Babel. Go to the link. Here is Open Babel, and you click this one, the second one. Okay, so it is downloading. Yeah, so we have downloaded Open Babel. You can go to the download folder, double click this, and then go to next, agree, keep the same default path, install. It's installing, let it install. So when installation is completed, you can go to startup and find here Open Babel. Okay, so this is the graphical user interface for Open Babel. All right, so let's go for the final software. There is ChimeraX. Let's copy the link, and then let's paste it in your web browser. Okay. Okay, let me see what is the problem. Okay. So the problem is we have just written here STM. There should be an L here. Okay. So we'll be sending the corrected version of the link. But anyway, the L was missing here. So when you press enter, so you can see the interface of camera download, okay, website. So here we'll be using Windows based system, right? Yeah, this is for July 11 2025. So we can use this one. So you just can click here, or else we can use the June one also. I think this is some kind of update they have given, but anyway, you can just click here, first one. So you will see a agreement kind of form after this. So let's wait for it. Here is the form, and if you scroll down, you can accept this. We will start downloading. Okay, so it started downloading. So little bit bigger file, so it will take time. So I'll come back after some time. So it took around 15 minutes to download the file. So downloading is completed. You can just do a double click here. Click next. Yeah, that's it. You just can click next again and then go for install. So setup is complete. You can just click finish. You have a shortcut in your desktop. You just do a double click to the shortcut of ChimeraX, and this is interface of ChimeraX. Okay, so we have installed all the software and now you are ready for the workshop. Again, please make sure that you install all the tools before the day one workshop, which is free for all. And for day two workshop, we'll be sharing with you the software that you need to install before day two workshop begins. Okay, so day two is you have to contribute a very nominal amount to join the day two workshop. Okay, all the information are will be shared in the WhatsApp group. Yeah, so all the best, and we'll see you in the workshop.